Hey everyone, if you are just joining, I am going to do a yoga session live.
And if you want to follow me,
I will follow you back. My goal actually for this week is 1,000. And I also love connecting with anybody that wants to grow and connect with me on their channel. I'm going to start out with some cat and cows. I actually have been on this journey where I stopped doing hot yoga like probably over a month ago, and it's been pretty awesome because I think I had an electrolyte imbalance and I've focused more on strength training, weights and everything, and weights do so much more for you. But I don't want to forget the stretching because it's really easy. Like if you're like me and you fall asleep really weird on the couch, I know, totally random, but so I'm going to start by threading the needle, tucking your arm under, stretching it, and then lifting your left arm up and just feeling the stretch in your lower back. Woo! And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to lift your left arm up toward the sky and then tuck it under. And then lift your right arm up. And you're going to feel the stretch in your lower back. Now, you know, a lot of times your lower back is tight and you're just trying to stretch it out. And then from here, you're just going to stretch your legs out on either side. And just feeling the stretch in your calves. And then just go back and forth. And then from here, you're just going to lift your knees up off the ground and hover. It's called bear pose. You're going to feel it in your abs. And then I'm going to start and go into a downward dog. Walk your feet in and feel the stretch in your lower back. And then from here, I'm going to walk to either side and do like a low lunge. If you sit at a desk or you're sitting on the couch all day or whatever, this really stretches out your inner thighs and helps you get movement flowing. And then from here, I'm going to do a forward fold, stand tall, side bend to the right, center, side bend to the left. And I swear movement is so incredible. It has so many benefits to helping you if you're dealing with depression, anxiety, just anything. If you like had a really rough day at work and you're just trying to get that ickiness out of your body and just to release any stress in your body, it's a good thing to do. Going back to the downward dog. And what I found in my journey of stopping doing hot yoga exclusively was I found out that I had a lot of bad form in some areas, which I don't think anybody would really know unless they had a trainer or they were religiously watching themselves in the mirror when they do certain exercises. And it's kind of something that affects everything. And my posterior chain is something that I'm really working on strengthening. So you never know unless you have someone else watching you. And sometimes it's a good thing to do is to make sure that your form is correct. Form is everything. And form affects how your upper body, your lower body, your knees, and everything impact and affect each other. So don't skimp out on your form or skimp out on paying attention to it. It's not something to ignore. Now I'm going to walk my hands to the back of the mat. Forward fold, half lift, forward fold. And then I'm going to stand tall. And I'm actually going to turn my mat sideways so you can see because it's a little bit better this way. And you're going to step your right leg out into a triangle pose. Tilt your right arm up or right arm down, left hand toward the sky, gaze follows. And you're just going to gaze toward your left hand and feel the stretch in your left side body and your left back. It just feels really good, especially if you'd been sitting all day. You need that stretching in your buttocks, your abs, and all that. Then you're gonna stand tall and you're gonna switch sides. And you're gonna lift your right hand toward the sky, gaze follows, left hand toward the ground, and just really stretch that right side body out. Now, you can just start from anywhere if you're just joining. These yoga poses are so purposeful and intentional in helping us release any tension we have in our life, any negativity, and just finding presence in our life. And then we're going to do a reverse triangle. So lift your left hand toward the sky, twist, put your left hand down, your right hand toward the sky, gaze follows, and just feel the twist in your back. Twisting out your back and wringing it out really helps with blood flow. And you're going to see how amazing you're going to feel after this. And then after a few seconds there, we're going to stand up. You're going to turn and put your right hand down, your left hand toward the sky, gaze follows. And then just hold this pose here for a moment. And then back to a forward fold. And just feel the stretch however low you can go. It's really awesome sometimes just to feel the inner thigh stretch. And then from here, I'm gonna go into a squat pose, and then I'm gonna do a inversion. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing a complete headstand or doing any of the inversions, you can always just tuck your head down and not flip up. But I promise you, you don't ever get anywhere in life unless you challenge yourself. You take the risk, you go for it. And if it's not part of your challenge today, challenge yourself a different way with a different pose. I think the best part about this pose is how it stretches out my legs and really focuses on building your core strength and just stretching out that inner hip area. And I think we carry a lot of stress on our hips, and we aren't really able to release it sometimes. We hold on to it for too long, and then we realize that we're at the point where we need to let it go, but can we let it go? Because we don't know what we're doing. And holding on to this stuff isn't really necessarily good. So from here, I'm gonna go into a seat and I'm gonna do like a forward fold just to stretch out that inner tissue area here. And just these long holding poses really help you to focus on, stretching out that area, focusing on the tissue in that area, and being alone with that particular pain area. And just being intentional and focusing on the present moment. And sometimes it's harder to sit still than it is to do the movement. And the longer you rest in this area, the more your body will come down to it. And then from here, I'm going to do a butterfly pose. So you're going to open up both your legs like a book, lean forward, and just feel this inner thigh stretch. And again, focus on your breathing, your breath work. Focus on the here and now. Focus on releasing what doesn't serve you. Focus on releasing negative energy. And focus on breathing in positivity. So while I was on this journey exclusively focusing on strength training and just, some yoga here and there, I discovered how much stronger mentally and physically I could be doing, the strength training, because you eliminate a lot of it when you just focus on one thing. When you focus just on hot yoga, you're not getting all of the strength training that you need. And yeah, you need variety in your life. So I feel like if I didn't include yoga for the stretching, I would be losing out on some other things. And I would feel tight a lot of times because people do skip the stretching, which I think is purposeful and intentional when you're working out. So after you've done the stretch, just literally let your legs go and, you know, rock back and forth and release any of that. If any of you guys are interested in yoga and there's a specific time that works, or you really want to do, you know, more yoga, just let me know in the comments what you think would be a good time, and I'll try to see if it would like work with my schedule. So that way, I'm just doing a child's pose right now to stretch. You can tuck your toes under also to get a type of different feeling. You can even put your arms at the side to feel a different stretch as well. And then this concludes my live, but if you're watching and you want to follow me, I will follow you back. I do have a goal of making 1,000 and I would like to do more lives. So thanks for joining, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.